Toledo Biz Connect TV proudly presents this episode of Business Sense, Making Sense of the Business World, with your host, CPA Ron Brangham.
Welcome to my show, and today I have Leah back in with us. She is a certified life coach, and what we're going to do is talk about why should we use experts in our business, and specifically why should you use the CPA to do your tax filings. So welcome, Leah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. Well, Leah, one of the things that I had problems with when I first started my business is, I didn't have a whole lot of money, and you're starting off, you're doing the whole transition thing, leaving a job, starting up a business,
Right.
And so I had to do everything myself, and between myself and my wife Sue. So I did a lot of the administrative tasks, and I actually brought in consultants, and they analyzed what I did and realized and gave me focus as what my role in this firm was, and that is to be the producer, the leader, and the manager, not be doing administrative tasks. Got my life back to some extent.
Right.
We all have to work and we work hard. So what have you seen with some of the people you've worked with or in your personal experiences?
Well, I've seen, as a person who was in transition a few years ago, moving from the corporate world into being an entrepreneur in my own, owning my own business, I personally discovered that it's really important to bring in experts. Now, this is something that I've always believed, that you need to have an expert. You need to put your time where it's best served.
Exactly.
And the fear that people have of investing money in bringing in an expert doesn't usually pay off. You can't be all things. You need to focus on where your core goals are and your skills and your talents. I discovered for myself, I had a history in my corporate life of, at one point, doing very complex 5,500 tax filings. And so I believed that I had what I needed, the basic knowledge that I needed to do my own taxes, and I made a mistake that was a $3,000 error. And it was a big life lesson for me, because I realized that I need to walk my talk. You really do need to bring in experts. And I find, though, that there are people in transition who are facing those financial changes, and they're not really seeing, why would I bring in an expert? So one of the things that I love to be able to share with them is, what are some of the things that you've seen that people are missing, or problems that they've had because, like me, they tried to do it themselves. And
right. Well, there's a lot of things. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've probably prepared over 10,000 returns. It's even hard for me to keep up with the education and all of the changes that need to be done. I mean, we're required as CPAs to do 40 hours of continuing education per year. I probably do well in excess of that, constantly researching. So the things that I see people miss are, one, a lot of tax planning opportunities, doing depreciation wrong, missing business use of the home. There's various things on the state doing them where they flow over differently than from the federal. We have a lot of, because we're in Ohio, there's over 500 municipalities in the state of Ohio. They're very, very difficult to deal with, because each municipality has its own rules. By law, they can set up their own rules. And so I see a lot of problems with that.
Please join Ron and Leah on the next episode of Business Sense, when they continue this discussion and focus on red flags that may trigger an IRS audit. You can find out more about Leah Beck at her website at yourlaunchpoint.com. Toledo Biz Connect TV thanks you for watching this episode of Business Sense with Ron Brangham. For more great information, visit Ron's website at www.brangham.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Toledo Biz Connect TV.